So you're finally on the phone with a prospect. I mean, actually on the phone, they're talking to you, not you're leaving a voicemail, not you're talking to the gatekeeper trying to get to somebody who could make a decision. You're actually talking to the person you want to be talking to. And what do we tend to do? What's the classic sales mistake at that point? We do all the talking. We tell them all about our product and our product line and all what it can do and how happy everyone else is and all about you and why you're the right person for them to be talking to and blah, 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 me. And they just shut down. And in the end, you can't help them because you don't know anything about them because you spent your whole call talking about you. So how do we not make that mistake? Well, one, remember that the person who's asking questions controls the process, not the person who's talking. The person who's asking questions and directing the conversation, they're the person that's in control. And you want that to be you, not because you're some power-hungry dictator, but because you're a pro. See, we do this every day. We talk to prospects and customers every day. We know how to help them. And that's our job, right? We're here to help people. Sales is something we do with and for people, not to people. We don't do it to them. We do it with and for them because we're helping them get what's good for them. Now, how can we know if it's going to be good for them or not? Well, we have to ask questions. We have to find out what's going on, and only they know that. So when you get to that sales conversation, what my friend and mentor Joe Peachy calls the core story, when you get to that point where you're talking to them, ask questions. And you want those questions to be around, hey, tell me about something you're concerned about in this area where I might help you. Tell me the one thing you'd like to see better. What would good look like? What would fixed look like? What would better look like? How would you like to see it? Something about what results are you looking for? And then by when? Just ask questions around those three things. What's going on that they're concerned about? What would they like? How would they like to see it be better? And then when would they like to have those results? And then you can clarify that. Even that's a question. So if I heard you right, you said, and then you repeat what you heard them say. And then they say, that's right. And now you're making progress. See, you can't diagnose you can't prescribe until you diagnose. And you can't diagnose without understanding the situation. And you can't understand the situation unless they tell you. And they aren't going to tell you unless you ask. See, you do this all the time. You're the pro. So you have a process. You know how to effectively and efficiently draw out of them what you need to know so that you can help them. It's like walking into the doctor's office. You don't walk into the doctor's office and go, you're the doctor, figure it out. And if you did, the doctor's still going to do the same thing as if you walk in and go, yeah, I hurt my arm. If you don't, he's going to say, hey, where does it hurt? Oh, it hurt my arm. My arm hurts. Okay. And he's going to start asking you questions, right? How long's it been hurting? Did you do anything to it? When does it hurt? How does it hurt? Is it this kind of pain or that kind of pain? What's going on? He's going to try to get an understanding, a diagnosis of what's going on so that he can prescribe action for you. And we're doing the same thing. We're trying to get a diagnosis of their situation so we can prescribe a solution. Maybe it's us, maybe it's not. But we won't know until we talk to them. So make sure when you finally get that prospect on the phone, and I know it can be really hard because you've been leaving voicemails and you've been trying to fight through gatekeepers, and you finally got that person, and you're so excited to finally talk to a person, and you start blah 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 all about you and all about your product, and you blow it. So don't do that. Have a process. Literally have it written down. Have the questions written down. Because they're the same every time, right? It's tell me about what's going on. Tell me what you'd like to see better. What's your one concern? How soon would you like that? These kind of things. And walk through that process, making sure that you're in control because you're the one asking the questions. They're going to love you for it. Nobody's like, why do you keep asking me all these questions and letting me tell you all about myself? People love to do that. They love to think that you're listening when you're really listening. We can tell. So really listen when you're asking these questions too. Get the information and then see if you can help. And when it's time to see if you can help, when it's time for that prescription, now's the time you can start talking about you. But before you get to that point, don't blow it. Make sure you're asking the questions and staying in control.